ruminate. Remember that word, ruminate. Is to go over in the mind repeatedly or often. To keep just thinking on something. Anybody done that before? It'll drive you crazy. Saying of the day, when things change inside you, things change around you. If you want things around you to change, change your insides. What do you mean change your insides? Oh, well, change the way you feel. Or how do you change the way you feel? Oh, you gotta change the way you think. This talk is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional guidance, advice, treatment, or diagnosis. If you or someone you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, substance abuse, use or abuse, or suicidal thoughts, dial 988. 988 is available 24/7 nationwide and staffed by trained crisis counselors who are just a text or call away. 5 signs you aren't happy with your life. Number 1, you spend a lot of time on social media. We all love scrolling through Facebook, so let's get that out the way right now. We all love scrolling through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Just pick your drug of choice, all right? This is why we like doing it, because it is interesting and fun to catch up on news and see what other people are up to. But we should be aware that social media is a source for unhealthy comparisons. That's what makes people unhappy with their lives. Because you're looking at the sanitized lives of people. That's the thing about it is it's going to cause you to compare your life to other people's lives. That's where a lot of that comes from. Because if you be on social media, you're going to see people with brand new cars. I mean, lavish houses, vacations, eating at the finest restaurants. But that's what we see, but they don't show us when they get back home and they fighting. Unhappy people find themselves, check this out. Unhappy people find themselves extremely invested in the snapshots of their friends and celebrities as a way to fill a void in their lives. You ever heard somebody say, I live vicariously through my children? A lot of people are living vicariously through people online. It's a hole in their own lives, and they think they're filling it by being obsessed with other people's lives, but all that does is causes you to compare your life to theirs, and it makes you feel unhappy. Or if you find yourself posting several times a day, you may be seeking validation from those around you. So if you're one of those people, and y'all, most of us know them, if you be online, somebody who is posting on the hour. And it could be a case of they looking for validation. And if that's the case, that's a problem. Unplugging for a bit and taking time away from your phone will help you clear your head. 5 signs you're unhappy with your life. You wake up with a dreadful feeling. I've done that before. Man, I done went to bed with a dreadful feeling. Woke up with the same feeling. It's worse. Think you're going to sleep it off. Wake up and you like... When you roll out of bed in the morning, are you looking forward to the day ahead, or does the morning make you want to crawl back under the covers? Oh, yeah. Yeah. When you roll out of bed in the morning, are you looking forward to the day ahead, or does the morning make you want to crawl back under the covers? If thinking about the day ahead causes a pit in your stomach, if thinking about the day ahead causes a pit in your stomach or intense feelings of stress, you might want to ask yourself why. You got to unpack that. The same way you do when you lose your keys. You unpack it. You think, oh, the last place I was with my keys. What did the last thing I do? You unpack it, and then you try to figure it out. You got to do that when you feel a certain way. Why do I feel like this? Because I be wanting to know. If I'm angry, I want to know why I'm angry, because if you don't figure that out, you're going to end up taking it out on somebody who has nothing to do with it. If I'm depressed, I want to know why I am depressed. There are sometimes, man, depression that just hits you, or feeling down that just hits you out of nowhere like a truck. Bam! And when that happens to me, man, I can pinpoint it to something as simple as seeing the news earlier. I can figure out why I feel like that. But when you feel like that all the time, you ain't gonna never be able to pinpoint it, because that's your normal. Beyond being tired, because I do understand sometimes you feel like that just because you're tired and you just want to go back to sleep. I'm not talking about that, because some of us done that, been up for late for whatever reason, and then when you wake up in the morning, your body feels tired, your body wants to go back to bed. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you wake up and it's like, oh, hell no. Life again. There are people, man, today or this week that found out they got like 6 months to live. And they thought they had their whole life ahead of them. Oh, man, it can happen, bro. You can go in for some blood work and feel healthy. And like, yeah, let me just go in here. And like your wife say, yeah, just go in there and get some blood work. It's about that time. Say, yeah, you're right. Let me go get this blood work. Sit down with the doctor. Doctor sit down with you. You're like, yeah, how was my blood work? Hey, you got cancer. We need to get you into treatment and get a biopsy. Huh? Hold up, man. I ain't got time for all that. You'll be surprised how when people get those kind of diagnoses or when people are faced with their mortality, how they wish they had more time. When something, don't wait for something to get taken away from you in order for you to appreciate it. You ain't never, when you was out on the street, like, man, this is boring. Ain't nothing good going on in my life. I got nothing but problems. And then get locked up. You're like, Lord, give me back them problems, please. Give me back them problems. Give me back that life I was complaining about. Am I right? A lot of times we don't appreciate stuff until we don't have it no more. See, but the intelligent people, they don't wait for them to be a risk of losing it in order for them to appreciate it. They appreciate it because they just glad to have it. That's the intelligent people. It don't have to get threatened for them to appreciate it. They woman or wife don't have to walk out on them for them to try to act right. 5 signs you aren't happy with your life. Number 3, you cling to a far away light. You cling to that far away light, that fantasy. Oh man, let me get into it. People like this fantasize about the future all the time and get lost in their imaginations about what they want for their future self. I used to do that in middle school. Y'all remember doing that kind of stuff? Oh man, y'all don't know what I used to do it for hours. Because I had this little plastic record player. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. The little white and red one. I had, 45. Yep. I could play albums on it too though. I could play albums on that thing. Albums and the 45s. So I remember I was just listening to songs and whole albums and be picturing me being an adult man, going to work, having a wife, having kids. I'd be planning my whole life out with that stuff. Y'all didn't used to do that? But when you're grown and you're doing that, it could be a problem. It's a fact that thinking too much about your future can foster unhappiness in your life. It is a fact that thinking too much about your future can foster unhappiness in your life. Studies show that being grounded in the present, being grounded into right now, and living in the moment causes higher levels of personal happiness. Spending a lot of times thinking about what you want your life to look like instead of appreciating what it looks like right now. Spending your time thinking about what you want your life to look like and not appreciating what you have right now. We all have the opportunity for personal growth each and every day. Each and every day you wake up. You don't have to be worrying about the future because right now, this moment, you have an opportunity to change your life for the better. Don't wait for something to happen later on because there's nobody going to show up and sprinkle no pixie dust over your head and all your dreams come true. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to change your life. And the only way you're going to change your life is by changing your thinking. You can't go into the next level of life thinking the way you were thinking yesterday. You can't. I mean, you can, but you're not going to grow. You're going to get older and you're going to look older. But the older you get and you act like a child, the worse you look. Because it's bad enough to be 12 and flipping out. You ever seen a 12-year-old flip out? Imagine a 45-year-old. Y'all haven't seen them YouTube videos when people in traffic, grown people, fighting in traffic? Road rage. Emotional immaturity. Because road rage make it seem like it's something manly. We just being men. No, you emotionally immature. Because you just let that person pass you and going about your business. Just pass. 5 signs you aren't happy with your life. You worry about your purpose. I've done that. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, the older you get and you're not in the position you want to be in, you're going to start questioning your purpose even more. You're going to be like, man, what was I even created for? But see, nobody's going to give you your purpose. Let me tell you when I did that too. I was questioning why I was even born during a time when all I was doing was selling dope and getting locked up. And I got the nerve to be questioning, why was I born? Well, I damn sure wasn't born to sell no dope. I wasn't born to sell no dope to nobody. So the more I try to pick up dope and try to sell it, that's not my purpose. So the more I pick up dope, trying to sell it, because that's what everybody else is saying I should be doing, because that's what everybody on my block is doing, I'm getting further and further away from who I am. You worry about your purpose. People who are unhappy with their lives often find themselves wondering, why am I even doing this? Why was I even born? To a certain degree, reflection and introspection are good habits to maintain as they help to ensure that we're on the right track. But constantly questioning yourself on whether or not you're fulfilling your purpose is a good sign that you might be unhappy with your life. 5 signs you aren't happy with your life. Number 5, the final one. You no longer care about your well-being. Anybody have known people like that? Reckless people take reckless risks with their lives and other people's lives. With their well-being, they take a risk. People who are unhappy with their lives give up on prioritizing their well-being in their social life. Never give up on your social life either, man. Don't become a recluse. You know, you ain't got to hang out with everybody, because I don't. I don't hang out with everybody. If I don't want to go somewhere, I don't go. But I still go do stuff that I like to do. I mean, go socialize sometimes, man. Go hang out with friends who you can trust. I ain't talking about hanging around with people who gonna put you in some bad situations. I'm just talking about people who you can just go out and look at that water and have a good conversation with, and it ain't nothing. There's nothing major going on. Just people who you can trust, who you can have around you, who support you. And when you're not doing good, they're gonna say something. This interest in your own well-being and social life and hobbies can be a strong indicator that you're letting your happiness fall by the wayside. This can also apply to other aspects of our well-being, such as our physical and emotional health, which all contribute to our happiness. Taking care of your mind and protecting your peace is most important. So try not to let go of the things that make you smile. And if you feel like you're struggling, know that the power to change and grow is within you and is just waiting for you to tap into it. Any questions, concerns, or comments? Very impressive. People was making coffee. Everybody had something to do, man. I was like impressed. That's how y'all, every morning, every breakfast was like that. It was all peaceful and quiet. The TV was on, man. It was like kicked back, laid back. I was like, nice. Good job, y'all. Y'all turning this into a home, man. Thank you. All right, y'all have a good day.